Well, the use of heat and electricity important on cold days like this, and energy costs are rising. Lawmakers in Harrisburg are trying to figure out ways to try and bring them down. Fox 43's James Corrigan has the story from a joint hearing at the Capitol today where members of the State House discussed how to fix a growing problem for Pennsylvanians.
As energy prices soar nationwide and as proposed data centers project to use significant amounts of energy, members of the Pennsylvania House Energy and Consumer Protection Committees questioned energy and state officials on how the General Assembly can help lower costs.
Data centers must pay their own way.
Pennsylvania consumer advocate Darrell Lawrence told lawmakers that data center projections make up for 40% of PJM's capacity auction in December, leading to both higher costs and infrastructure projects to bring more power to the area, paid for by consumers. Lawrence says data center operators should be required to bring their own power and not take from the grid.
I strongly recommend that this body vote in favor of legislation to ensure that any new data centers in Pennsylvania must pay for any and all costs that they are causing.
That proposal received pushback from members including Representative Tom Mahaffey, whose district includes 3 Mile Island, where the revived nuclear plant to power Microsoft data centers is set to bring thousands of jobs back to the area. Mahaffey says data centers will go to another state if this happens, and rates will not change.
If they don't get that, we're just chasing them to another state, to relocate. Now, that's a loss of jobs. If we locate them in Ohio, we're still going to be affected by higher rates.
It comes as Governor Josh Shapiro joined the governors in PJM's 13-state footprint at the White House last week to sign a statement of principles to support reforms to PJM. Other changes were discussed in the hearing on making it easier to shop for alternate power and on regulatory changes, with lawmakers saying anything to get prices down for consumers will be considered.
We need to get a lot of these things in check to make sure that people aren't making choices over their energy costs or their food costs or their prescription costs. We got to make sure people can afford to be able to live here in the Commonwealth.
James Corrigan, Fox 43 News.